Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the new Marvel Legends Into the Spider-Verse Prowler, part of the Stiltman Build-A-Figure wave. And this is another one of those releases where it's like, why don't they do it all the time, you know? The Spider-Verse figures are really solid, and this one's no exception. There's a couple things that are kind of issues, sorta, but not really. It's a generally really good release. So let's go ahead and get him off the stand and take a closer look. And this guy stands just about 16.5 centimeters, which makes him pretty close to, let's say, 6.5 inches. I think we have some reused parts here. I'm pretty sure we do, but a lot of new parts too, so that's pretty cool. But before we get into it, have to do question of the day. Which of the spiders in the Spider-Verse movie is your favorite? I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but you guys can go ahead and tell me. Okay, so this guy, lots of new stuff and a lot of clean paint. So they have the two tones, like the purple to blue transition is pretty good throughout the figure, and the paint job on the chest is pretty clean. But the way they did the gauntlets, very nicely done. Good sculpts, the paints are clean enough, no real issues there. I like that we have metallic and some gloss going on. Same thing for the boots, again, clean sculpts and clean paint. It doesn't take much to look good, and then they really nailed the face as well. So that's fine. The cape is pretty good. It's very flat looking though. That does bother me a little bit. It's so flat from here down, but it does look good overall, so that's nice. And I would say the proportions might be a little bit weird, but since it's the Spider-Verse thing, I think it's okay. He does seem very long-armed though. His arms seem very, well, I guess it might be because of the gauntlets. Yeah, there's not much that's an issue. Like, that's it. His legs are a little skinny, I guess, but again, stylization, so it's fine. I'll give it a 9 out of 10 for the aesthetic. I don't really have an issue. Oh, the cape, that's one of the issues, but I was gonna say it later, but I'll say it now. The cape doesn't peg in very well, as in it's almost impossible to reach it, and it doesn't sit perfectly, but it sits pretty darn well considering it's a Hasbro release, so not a huge issue there. So that's pretty good. So as far as accessories go, we only have one, which is the briefcase with money, which does open and close, and it's only kind of like money. It looks pretty terrible, but you do get that. So 2 out of 10 for the accessories. As for the articulation, we are gonna look at it after I take the cape off because it's in the way, and I'll pop the head off to do that. If I can do it, I can't grab it. There we go. Okay, so the head is on your average hinge and ball peg, and it works just fine. There's no issue there because of the way they sculpted the hood. It's good. Almost no attitude though. You do get full rotation, better than horizontal. Doesn't go down that far, but it's probably far enough. Bicep swivel is fine. Double jointed elbow is fine. We do not have pins in these arms. That's fine. Like, I don't even notice anymore if they have pins or not, because I just really don't care. If you want to talk about that in the comment section, go ahead. Let me know your thoughts on it. I know I've said it a bunch, but I get different responses every time. Do you care about the pins or not? For me, it just really doesn't matter. I don't care at all. Alright, and so the wrists do work pretty well. They're fine. They have the right type of hinging if you wanted to have him hold stuff, which would be cool, but he doesn't really have much to hold, so I guess that's the thing, whatever. Ab crunch goes pretty far back, but it looks terrible. Doesn't go very far forward at all, is terrible. Waist twist is completely stuck on mine. Should we just do it? Should we? So now it works. That took a lot of man strength though, so hopefully yours is not stuck like that. Bringing the legs forward, no issue at all. That's just fine. I would much rather have this shape crotch than the diaper shape that they've been doing to try to hide the joints, because look at that. This works so much better. It's nice and clean. It does go back a little bit. Splits are almost perfect, so that's good. Thigh swivel is fine. Pinless double jointed knee works fine. Again, don't care about the pins. Sure, it's nice, but don't really care. Boot swivel is a boot swivel. Feet go pretty far back and really far forward, and we have a pretty terrible ankle rocker. Definitely not bad though. Like, it's not perfect obviously, but it's a solid release. I don't really have any major issues with it other than the ab crunch, I guess. So yeah, articulation's gonna get an 8 out of 10. It's pretty solid. And now it's time for the final verdict. I want to try to fit this over the face, but I don't want to mess it up. Okay, so final verdict on this guy is similar to the other Spider-Verse figures in this batch. They're like the strongest figures Hasbro has released in a long time. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 overall. It's a good release. If you're into this sort of thing, pick it up. If you're not, then why are you watching the video? But maybe it's just because you want to support the channel, and I appreciate it, so thanks for that. So if you guys liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs up anyway. And if you haven't subscribed, do it. It's free, and you get content almost every single day. I have thousands already on the channel, and I do try to get stuff out every day except for Wednesday sometimes. So come back for all of that, and in the meantime, keep collecting.